Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. I see Shy and Yoki here, guys. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys had a good Wednesday and Thursday. If you guys weren't here on Tuesday, we finally did some Eterna Forest hunting. We found ourselves a Baneri with our quad hunting. That was a lot of fun. We're going to do some more of it at some point. The plan will be to kind of go until like I get a full evolutionary line of something in the forest. You know, if we get another Baneri, we'll have a Baneri and a Lopunny and we'll move on. If we find a Wurmple, and then we find like a Cascoon and, you know, a Dustox, we'll move on. That kind of stuff. That's kind of my plan with it. We'll come back and do like POKERADAR hunting for any of the other... Sorry, I'm trying to get my mic as tightened as possible. It's starting to get loose on the stand. But yeah, so like that's kind of my plan, is do Eterna as much as we can. Hey Kooky, how's it going? You're doing an animation? Nice! And you bought Pokemon Moon? How you liking it, Shy? How do you evolve your Murkrow? A Duskstone. I didn't use a Repel. Shocker! But yeah, so we're gonna be kind of going between these POKERADAR hunts, doing some of the Eterna Forest hunting while we're still doing that, and as well as doing, you know, every Friday we'll be doing soft resets of some sort. Right now that is Drifloon, seeing as those are limited to Fridays. Where do you get it? I don't remember. Obviously there is like the option of, if you have a Pokemon in your party like I have Pachirisu that has pickup, it'll occasionally find them. I forget. I believe there are 2 normally in the game. I believe there are 2. Cerebi or Bulbapedia would know for sure where they are. So I would direct you there. I would direct you to Cerebi or Bulbapedia. Alright guys, and let's begin. I reset the counter to 0. I don't remember where BUIZEL was at, but it's not like it really matters. Oop, that counter is still set for Return of Forest. 1 second. I just have one like button that ups the number in my counts, and oops, it is still set for Eterna Forest, where I was encountering 4 Pokemon at a time. So yeah, I gotta just go into the little script that I wrote for that and edit it. Oh, come on. Work with me here, script. There we go. Now it's all good. It's fun. I was locked in on stream and lost last night. Oh no, you're playing on your own whenever you feel. Hey, that's good. That's good. It's always nice just to be able to play a game how you want to play it. There's a certain like level of enjoyment that comes from doing some content creation, from streaming a game, from recording a let's play, from playing with whatever special rule set. But at the end of the day, it's also fun just to play a game at your own pace, however you want to do it. That's what I kind of like about the way I handle playing the new Pokemon games usually, is when they come in pairs. One is my stream one is my personal one, and I can play them at whatever rate I want sometimes. Usually the stream one gets played faster just because if I'm in the mood to play and I beat my stream copy, I'll probably play that. But it is nice to kind of just be able to take a breather sometimes. You need 7 badges to evolve a burb. Hey, it's a really important burb. What did I even open? I opened my bag for something here. I did not need to open my bag. I needed to do that, yeah. I was just like, I need to get the chain up here. 1 battery, a tablet might die. Oh no! Hopefully you have a charger. Hey Goldie, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Good to see ya. But yeah, so anyone excited for the weekend? Anyone got big plans? Or even just like tomorrow, some Friday. It's almost Friday. Almost the end of the week. Almost the start of the weekend in general. I'm excited. It'll be a little bit less hectic than my past few weekends have been. Not a whole lot less hectic. Obviously, it's not like a vacation level of stuff, you know? It's not, or not holiday level of stuff. Which is kind of nice, you know? Like holidays are fun and they're really enjoyable, but at the same time, there's always that little bit of just wanting to not do anything on like a Saturday or Sunday, which I'll finally have a little bit more of this weekend. And like last weekend, despite not being holiday weekend, I had multiple things happening throughout the weekend that were the focal points of the day. I was doing robotic stuff on Saturday, which I'm still doing, and I'm enjoying that, so I'll be doing that again this weekend. But, for as much fun as I have doing it, I don't have a league race Sunday, which is kind of nice, because it means I just have Sunday to do whatever. May have your friend come over? Nice, that'll be fun. Doesn't seem to work. Oh no. They're playing this while drawing stuff. Now if you don't mind, you're gonna lurk. Alright, Goldie. I'm gonna do the lurk. I feel embarrassed. I didn't understand that that's what that was. That's what that meant. Like using the cat in a box was like a lurking emote. I feel like I need to update the Rowlet in a box now to be like a bit more of a lurky type Rowlet, so it can be used in the same way. Got so excited to evolve your blue Cloudbird, but it doesn't evolve at level 32. What level does it evolve at then? I thought we had figured out that it evolves at 32. It's not holding like an Everstone or anything, is it? 36. Ah, that's not too much. That's not too much further. If you already got to the 32, going to 36 isn't so bad. Hey, what's going on, Cam? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Happy to have you here. We're just getting BUIZEL underway for the day. Hopefully today is the day for it. We've had what, 2 unsuccessful streams so far. My goal today, I think I'm gonna end up trying to go for a chain of 40 instead of going for that chain in the 20s or 30s. I think we're just gonna say the heck with it and just go for it and see what happens. Just got home from work. Went back to work yesterday. Nice. Nice. So you feeling better now then, man? Gonna eat dinner while listening. All right. Sounds good. Your what? Your what? And your electric inksy at home? Yes, sir. Awesome. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Are you trying to say, are you trying to say whistle, Yoki? I'm still not quite sure. I'm still not quite following, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought, all the grass patches are so far away, I thought the chain had broken. I was like, oh no! But no, there are others up in the corner. I wasn't looking for any of them. No? It's not a whistle, okay. Is it like a nickname for a Pokemon? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Yoki. I'm so sorry. I'm so lost right now. Also, BUIZEL, how dare you break out of a Pokeball? Or Weasel, like. Seriously, what the heck? Why is it not staying? Why is it breaking out, guys? The long, fluffy snake. Your furret? Is it a furret? Is that what this is? Yo, Yabin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. That Wooden Works patch sucks for chains. I can't seem to get a chain higher than 30 there. Honestly, same. I had like a chain at like 29 or something, or 36. We had a chain of 36, and that's the best I've done. Whereas like Route 202, I had multiple chains just go all the way to 40 with no problem. Evolved version of BUIZEL, Floatzel. Okay. Now we're on the same page here. Yoki. Hey, what's going on, Cinder? Welcome. How you doing today? Trying to get motivated right now. Also, have you heard the Roblox Play Stark Deception crossover? No, I don't follow anything Roblox Goldie, so I don't know any of that kind of stuff. Hey, John the Pikachu, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Happy birthday, man. Hope it's been a good birthday for you so far. Have a stroke. Okay, I almost walked into that one thinking it was the furthest away, but nope, it's this one up in the corner. We can get locked in via quirky. One of the like fandoms isn't having it, isn't a fan of the crossover. Yoki had a stork. A subreddit. just for Yoki's storks. How do you find your honey tree? So they're in specific places, Yoki. Like everyone has them in the same spots. There's one in like the Floroma Meadow. You know, where like the guy gives you that first jar of honey, like after you do all the windwork stuff, and you know you go fight like the Team Galactic people and save that guy up in the meadow. There's one honey tree up there. It's all the trees that look like gold, like they look like honey. So there's all those trees are honey trees, and you just have to remember which ones you put the honey on, and then go back to them and hope they're shaking, because apparently they don't always have to shake, which kind of stinks. You lost your tree. Oh no. Yeah, so the trees don't move or anything. Maybe you'll just come across one at some point that like is shaking randomly and I don't know why. I guess the only thing I can say now in that case is just put honey on a new tree and remember what tree it is. I still gotta do a lot of honey tree stuff. I need like Heracross. I need Heracross. I need 7 Burmy for my living form decks. That's gonna be fun. Every honey tree is a copy of B Movie. It's just B Movie happening over and over again inside Sinnoh. The community's like, no, you can't. You can't just put blocky characters into Dark Deception. They can just use character system song. I mean, yeah, they can. I guess it depends on what they do. Other games adapt the style of characters. I mean, sometimes, yeah. So you don't quite see what the community's mad about. I mean, I guess, like, it's one of those things where the community's really protective of a game. Having something that different just suddenly be part of it, I can understand. I guess kind of see maybe what they're like thinking as far as like not wanting it to like become a normal thing or something. I don't know. I don't know why. I can see why. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I guess kind of see what's going on, what might be going through their minds. Did time travel, but did it when you were playing a different game and never changed it back. That might be why they're not shaking. So the game knows the time travel happens at like a very, very low level. Like as far as like changing your switch time, you have to wait at least 24 hours, and then it does like I think it does the 6 hours again, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure on that because I haven't ever intended to change my switch time for this kind of stuff, so I haven't really been focused on it. Someone else might have like a proper explanation in chat possibly, but like for what like the behavior is of honey trees if you like slather honey on a tree and then change the time, because it's not just changing the time while you're in Pokemon, it's just changing the time on your Switch. Like the Switch like can tell games, hey, my time was changed, 17 hours ago or something. Be right back. Alright, see you in a bit, Yoki. Are you gonna go figure out the time travel stuff and what that does for honey trees? If you are, let me know, because I'm also curious. I'm curious. I don't intend to do it, but at work right now, we're kind of busy. Don't these customers realize you have a live stream to watch? Come on, yeah. So inconsiderate of them. Everything in the game, as of current patch, is affected by time skipping. Only thing unaffected is Driftland Spawn. Cool. Gotcha, Cam. Thank you. Yeah, so like with like the honey trees, then if you time skip, does it reset that 6 hour counter, or does it just pause the 6 hour counter? Consider the Dark Deception developers are thinking about that crossover. Anyways, back to the lurks. All right, enjoy the lurking, Goldie. Glad to have you here. So guys, I almost missed the stream today. I know I hadn't scheduled it until like 30 minutes before it happened, but I almost missed doing that, and I almost missed the whole stream. Today I was like, I had been craving pizza for like 2 or 3 days, and I was like, I shouldn't do that. I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier. I've been trying to cook mostly for myself now, mostly cook my own food now, as opposed to like ordering out and stuff. As well as like exercising, just drinking more water and like less like, you know, sugary stuff and all that. General New Year's resolution type things. But I was like, you know what? I've been craving this for 1, 2, 3, 4 for like 2 or 3 days now. Like obviously I want it, and it's not just like this thing that like I'm craving it and I can eat something else and like it's gonna go away. You know, I eat something else tonight, I'm gonna like late tonight I'm gonna want pizza too. Let's just have pizza and get it over with. And like, you know, I can order a pizza. I can just like I can have like a couple slices, save most of it, and just there you go. I have like some like, you know, refrigerated pizza as like a snack tomorrow and like over the weekend and stuff. Like, you know, not super healthy, but like it's still like, you know, spreading it out, and it's like I have a little bit of food, right? I ate almost the whole thing and then just took a nap. And that was a fantastic nap. I was just laying on my couch, Adele was on my lap, and Ryukar's live stream for Mario Maker was on the TV, and I woke up and it was 6:30. So yeah, it was a moment of weakness, but boy did it feel good. Recent Honey Tree, one time skip. Got you. Thank you for that, Kim. Yeah, William, what's good? It's you, you're the guy that congratulated on catching 31 IV Drifloon. Hope you remember you. Good to have you here, William. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I remember you from some streams. I don't recall a 31 IV Drifloon, though. Come on, BUIZEL, stay in the ball. But now that I've had that pizza, that was really salty, I'm probably gonna end up refilling this like once or twice during stream. This water bottle. Hey, welcome back, Yoki. Is there an IV checker in BDSP? Not that I've come across. I'd kind of be surprised if that wasn't added in some way. But I haven't come across it, so unless it's like a national dex thing or... have an amazing day. Awesome. Good to hear, William. Good to hear. Yeah, so Kim, I'm not sure if there's an IV checker. Because like, I feel like they've consistently had that in recent games, and like it's really nice, right? Like... So it would make sense for them to have it, unless they were really, really, really going for the faithful remake. But at the same time, like, you know, they updated shiny odds, they've changed the way radar works. Like, they've done some things that are different. So I don't know why they wouldn't like do that. Hey, Alan, what's going on? Good luck. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hopefully today is our day, and we can find some weasels on stream. There is, it's in the battle tower or post game. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, it's like it makes sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So yeah, there is an IV checker then. Nice. I have to go to bed soon, so you might not be here for long, but Friday will be here long. Hey, that's all good. Yeah, that's good. That's good, Yoki. I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow then. yeah, but since I don't focus a lot on like the competitive nature of the Pokemon I catch, I didn't even think about IV checking. Like, it was just kind of a neat thing to look at. Just to let you guys know, you have a 31 IV timid nature Palkia on your Shining Pearl game. That's awesome, William. Congrats. You're in the future. It's already Friday for you. Yeah, Alan's just so far ahead of us, guys. No, Alan, why didn't you warn me the chain was gonna break if you're already in Friday? You should know everything about a Thursday stream, then. Hello, sheep. Drifloon hunting tomorrow? Yeah, so we'll be doing Drifloon tomorrow. Hopefully we can find Drifloon soon. We're kind of getting around that point where, like, I feel like it's reasonable to start thinking it'll happen. I don't know if anyone else is this way, but like once you're kind of like halfway to full odds, it starts kind of feeling a bit more like it'll happen. Obviously, like, the way statistics work and everything and probability works, there's no difference between it happening then and in that first stream, but it feels a little bit closer to happening. So yeah, hopefully we can find that soon. I don't know what our next reset hunt would be, given that I'm not exactly like at a point to do resets in any other game. It might kind of be a thing where right now my thoughts with Eterna Forest hunting is we're gonna go until there's a chance we find a duplicate. I might make that find a duplicate, or we find Drifloon and we need something else to be our like Friday reset hunt, which I'm thinking would probably be Rotom for the start. That's one that I think would be kind of cool to do, assuming we can get there. Because I think we just need cut to get there, right? Like we don't need like some other late game HM or anything, right? It's just we need cut, and it has to be like nighttime in the game. So we'll like start the streams a little bit later or something, or do something else until like it turns nighttime, and then we go and get Rotom or something like that. My train will break at 27. Thank you, Alan. I'll stop at 26. Because you're hunting BUIZEL, you feel the need to update you on your Floatzel hunt. It's over odds. No! You'll find it soon, Cinder. Legendaries always have 3x max IVs in BDSP? Really? That's interesting. I hope so. Shiny balloon. Yes, I want that shiny balloon. Just cut of him and nighttime. Cool. Yeah, so that'd be something where we just like we have like our daytime hunt. And by daytime I mean mostly I mean like this first hour of stream that is like for me from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, because 8 o'clock is when it switches over to being nighttime in the game and the lighting stops looking so orange. But yeah, so we can do that. That'd be an interesting one. What Pokemon should you get for the third gym? Something that's good against Lucario is really like the biggest piece of advice to give. Is Maylene is rough with that Lucario, so just be prepared for that. Also, guys, did you see the gameplay footage that Pokemon Company released on their YouTube channel today for Arceus? I'm excited. I'm excited for Legends now, guys. Not that I say now like I haven't been for a little bit, but the gameplay looks really good. I think some of the critiques are still valid of the way it looks, but overall it does look really good. I will say I find it very funny that like the game clearly copied its homework from Breath of the Wild in a lot of ways. the like crafting menu, like a lot of the menus and stuff have a very Breath of the Wild feel, and they also like have very Breath of the Wild like sound effects. It's I find it funny. It's not gonna matter a lot to me. Saw that now your height looks like Deep Woken and you like it. Nice. Krogunk. If Krogunk's good for Lucario, and if you can get one, yeah. Looks sick. You like the grinding part? I'm very curious about this game. I think there's a lot of potential for fun playthroughs with it. I think my first playthrough, the one playthrough I feel like I can guarantee I will do is, you know, playing through it fairly normally, but I foresee this being a game that has a lot of like really cheesy speedruns. I feel like any percent, even like discounting like massive game-breaking glitches, like the way that like the any percent and in BDSP works, like I think there'll be some sequence breaking. I think there'll be I foresee there being some glitches for people just like skipping or getting out of certain required events without necessarily doing it in a way that feels like a really like in a way of like clipping through like a note, like a boundary, like clipping through some geometry, getting up a hill, or just avoiding, like managing to avoid like a trigger on the ground or something. As opposed to like BDSP where you play half the game with a menu open in front of you and like the screen goes black because you've effectively done this generation's version of the void glitch kind of thing. Yeah, let's just take the Dawnstone back. I need Pachirisu to start giving me other evolutionary stones aside from Dawnstones. I've gotten too many of those. Late goal for tonight is 20. Heck yeah, let's go for that. Thank you for all the likes on the stream so far, guys. I do appreciate it. They do help a lot. What a nice looking game. Hope they don't lower the graphics last second. Like Security Breach? What do you mean by like Security Breach? Does something like I said with the speedrun stuff, or like you said with the graphics? I mean, so what we're seeing, Goldie, is like the footage of the game at this point. Anything they're showing us right now is how the game will look. It's no longer like it does say, it still says like not final. They can still change stuff, but the footage they were showing was way more like gameplay, and the game's already shipped at this point. Like the game comes out in 15 days, which is weird. Because I've been so focused on BDSP. Yo, Cam, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. Dono hype in chat for Cam, guys. Like goals 20. Let's do this. Yes, let's do it. Donk hype. Yes, the super supportive donks from stream. They're donks now. It's official, Alan. They're donks. Alright, yeah, so I gotta update. Yeah, so I need to update the dongle here. Excuse me. I have the hiccups, it seems. So yeah, let's pin the light goal for tonight. Yes. Hey, donkers in chat. But yeah, so I would say the footage that we've seen is pretty indicative of what the game will look like. Just because the game is done. There are physical cartridges of that game sitting around waiting, either waiting to be shipped to stores or being shipped to stores now. So we can get like a day 1 patch, but that's about it. But I'll be honest, I forgot that it was this close to coming out. I forgot how close it was to coming out, just because I've been so focused on BDSP when I've been focused on Pokemon. I haven't been paying attention. I haven't been paying attention to everything else. Same. 5. Be honest. Let's be honest. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like I've just been BSP's been so good. It's not like this game came out and I was like, great, now show me the real one or something like that. Like this feels like if this was the only Pokemon game that we got this year, I would be happy. I know there are a lot of people who probably wouldn't be happy. I think maybe my opinion would be a little bit different if this was like what Game Freak released and the only thing Game Freak had been doing. But like this game's been super enjoyable, and I've really enjoyed this game, and I've gotten a lot of time out of it. So like I'd be fine with this being our main and like one game. 28th, right? Yeah, so the 28th. I gotta put a pre-order in so I can make sure I have a copy release day, so I can stream it. Man, but it's crazy that like I haven't thought about this in the same way that like the amount that I prepped and like planned and counted down to BDSP coming out. I think it's really just, I think some of that's just a testament to how much I wanted something fresh to play. You know, nothing against Sword and Shield, but also I'm much happier playing this than I was playing Sword and Shield to in a way. You agree with me? Yeah, it's like BDSP's been solid and I am happy with it. And so like I think because of that, it's like I'm not itching for a new game right now. Like I am going to get Legends, and it might be the game that we play mainly going forward. I don't know. It'll depend on what Legends is like for us. We'll have to see. I agree that BDSP has turned out to be fun. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think a lot of people were like me and were very skeptical after February and all through the summer up until August when they finally showed us something for these games. Like, come on. Like, they took their time telling us stuff, which, hey, I guess maybe it worked out for the best. I'm not, like, raising expectations or anything. But yeah, I was not expecting these games. I wasn't expecting Arceus to be good, but these games have been fantastic, and I have hope for Arceus. I have a lot of hope for Arceus. Hey, Mr. Ones, what's going on? Lurking more today, learning a new RuneScape. Awesome. Have fun with that. Get that order in now. Drop the controller and get it. What's going on, Juan? Welcome to the stream. On Gen 5 remakes, Gen 5 got a sequel. I'm wondering what'll happen with something like Gen 5. I wonder with that, because it's not like Gen 3 with remakes or anything like that, where like if you remake Ruby and Sapphire, sure, you don't remake Emerald, but you can add in that little bit of Emerald, you know, like they did with Delta Episode. You can't really do that with Black and White, right? Like, they're two separate games. They're in the same region, but they're two separate games. So, you know, you have Black and White and then Black 2, White 2. Like, you don't remake all four of them. I don't think... By the time we get to those coming out, I don't think that would go over well with the community. Not that the Pokemon Company particularly, I think, is worried about what the like vocal outcry of the community is, but, and I'm not saying that from a like Pokemon Company hates like the people in the fan base or something. I'm just saying that from the perspective of like, realistically, they know what sells, and what sells doesn't always line up with what like forums are screaming about. So if forums scream about, oh, they made 4 games, Pokemon Company's not really going to care about that if they sell. Hey, survive the night. Oof, man, what's going on? You winning yet? I hope so. Hey, Jeffrey, what's going on? Can you recommend a non-kid show for me? Yeah, sure, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I have no issue talking about, like, more adult, like, media and stuff in terms of, like, more adult, like, oriented, like, shows and whatnot. Just so long as, like, the adultness of them is not what's, like, discussed, right? Like, the animated Harley Quinn show, phenomenal. I will recommend that to anyone who was able to watch it. That's not something that is, like, of the rating of this stream, but I'm 24. I'm not just gonna only watch Nickelodeon, right? Like, yeah, nah, that's fine. What you got? What's your recommendation? Duckman, all 4 seasons are on YouTube. I've never heard of that. What's it about? As long as, like, what it's about is, like, fine to discuss. Yeah. I'll most likely get Legends Nova in 2 or 3 years from now. Hey, if Legends is good, I'm happy with that. What's wrong with Nickelodeon? No, nothing's wrong with Nickelodeon. No, everything's wrong with Nickelodeon. No, like, it's fine, but it's like, I watch stuff other than, like, stuff that's, like, family friendly, obviously, you know. Yeah, that's all I'm, like, saying, right? Is like, yeah, nah. We can acknowledge content that's not PG. You want Legends X and Y? It'd be interesting, again, like, it's a lot of this, for me, comes down to if Legends is good, if I enjoy Legends as it is. And really, realistically, like, at the end of the day, let's be real, it doesn't matter if I enjoy it or not. It's if the community as a whole enjoys Legends, like, and they're successful games, they're gonna make more of them. It'd be interesting to see the rest of the regions. Dan Schneider is the problem with Nickelodeon. This is fair. That's very fair. That is fair. Miss old Cartoon Network. I feel like Cartoon Network's gone through so many different identity crises. And yo! King Boo Petey becoming a member again. What's going on, Petey? Oh, you upgraded. That's what it is. Yo, thank you for that, Petey. I appreciate it. I was like, I thought you remember. I didn't think that ran out. But yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Donker. Our membership's that too. Time flies, huh? Yeah, 3 months already, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. But seriously, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. What's my favorite anime? I feel like that's a tough question now that I haven't watched a lot in a while. Some of it's like there's a range of stuff. It kind of depends on what we're like talking. My taste in anime can be heavily judged in a lot of ways, and it's hard to pick like a favorite show, because I feel like there are shows that were 100% my favorite, like in high school and like early college, that I would still watch now, but I don't know if I 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I don't know if I would still consider them my favorite if I didn't consider them my favorite back then already. Weird way of stalling. Nah, but gosh. Recency bias makes me want to say like My Hero Academia, because I've been catching up on that while I've been biking. On like, I have like my road bike set up on like a little stationary trainer thing that I can just set in front of this TV, and I'll just like, I've been catching up on season 5 of My Hero. I think I'm most of the way through that now. That one's a fun show. It's really like the longest running shonen show that I've gotten into, because I don't usually watch a lot of like the like super shonen stuff. Like Dragon Ball and all that kind of stuff is what I always thought of when I thought of anime back when I was like, you know, in elementary and middle school, and it never caught my interest, so I didn't watch a lot of that. A show I usually always kind of put up there as far as being one of my favorites is Your Lie in April. That was a really good one. Usually, basically my old answer that I was kind of like going roundabout with is usually I would say, like, as far as a serious show goes, I would say Your Lie in April. Now, like, Anohana is kind of also in that, and like some other stuff. I don't know. I haven't really thought about favorites in a while, but my other answer was like Idolmaster, just because like it's a silly little slice of life-esque kind of show in a way. Love the shows Dan made, but the man himself and his relationship with the actress is a problem. Absolutely. Shrek is your favorite anime? How did I forget Shrek? Favorite anime is Pokemon. Nice. Got inspiration, now you need motivation. You've got this. You've got this, Goldie. I'm going to motivate you. Go do it, whatever the thing is you're doing. Does somebody believe it'll be last season of Pokemon? I doubt that. Hey, what's going on, Vanillix? Welcome to the stream. And Z Phoenix, welcome. You finished your Weasel Hunt. Congrats. You've been rewatching Naruto, but for you, say your favorite anime is still Samurai Jack. Gonna rewatch it soon. Nice. I feel like I need to give a show like Naruto a shot. Like, at some point, I need to just, like, try it, right? Like, I need to try like one of those super long shonen shows, because obviously they're popular, and as far as like just needing something to watch like 2 or 3 episodes of a day while biking, like something like that is gonna be the thing where it goes quickly. I don't watch enough of it in a single sitting for filler arcs to feel like awful to watch in a day, but also I watch 2 or 3 in a day, so like I get through filler arcs fast, which I feel like is always the problem with those shows. Like the Goldenbergs. Your dog is crazy. Dog's not crazy, you just don't understand. The dog's actually a genius, yeah. You guys remember Shrek before memes? Shrek was memes. Is Samurai Jack even an anime? That's a whole weird argument that, like, my answer ultimately tends to usually be who cares? That argument is thrown out for Avatar, it's thrown out for Ruby, I could definitely see it being thrown out with Samurai Jack. My response is, who cares? You like it, and it's based off of, like, Eastern animation. That's really, like, who cares? What are my chain breaks? I will be sad, and I'll keep going. Naruto had a lot of filler. Oh, yeah, I mean, all of those, dude, right? Like, a lot of them caught up to the manga and just had to wait for it to be written. One Piece is like horrible about it, right? 27. Good point, Al. Good point. Thank you for reminding me and keeping me on track. Your Shello chain broke at 39. No! That's awful. That's awful. Duckman's about a detective and his partner Cornfed solving cases partially. Interesting. Bob the Builder is anime. One Piece had terrible filler. I mean, there's just shows out there that are like that, and they have those kind of things. I know, like, even My Hero kind of has it to a point, and, like, I think a lot of people just usually roll their eyes like, ugh, tournament arc. I don't know. I like the tournament arcs in My Hero. Especially when I'm using the show as, like I said, like, just background while exercising, right? Like, I feel like the tournament arcs do more hype up than, like, normal episodes do. Is OG Teen Titans anime? I never considered it that. You have 2 insta-kill items, so you can't die, right? That sounds like you can't. Will I give it a shot? Yeah. I'll try giving it a shot. Teen Titans are comic inspired. I mean, yeah. It's the shonen animes that have nasty filler. I don't see many others that have a bunch of filler. Usually it's because the shonen animes are like just so long. They're so long and they try to continuously run. It's hard to have a filler arc in a show that has one arc. You know? Or, like, if you're a show that does, like, one arc takes 2 years before you get another season because all that you licensed for was to make a 12-episode show, so you do, like, you know, season 1 of the manga and season 2 of the manga comes out, so you make a season 2. that kind of thing. Like, you got that. And, like, that way you avoid filler, but then you also end up in stupid situations where shows clearly allude to another season, and then you just never hear anything from them again. Looking very sharply and madly, angrily at Noragami. It, like, set up a whole new villain, and then just, like, it used, like, right before the final credits, or, like, a post-credits scene on the final episode of, like, what is now officially, like, the final episode. Set up a new villain for the next season, and then just nothing. Have I turned on battle animations? I have not. Are you one of the few who's the only one who's excited for the one-shot Switch ports? One-shot? Oh yeah, you were talking about that. I haven't heard anything about them. Maybe you are. They're making them like just for you, Yoki. Watch Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece all episodes. Dang, that's some commitment right there, Alan. When you see someone who wants to watch Teen Titans, you tell them watch until the last episode of season 4 and don't watch it. Like, don't watch anything after that. It's like Scrubs. Don't watch it's only 8 seasons. Don't, like, you know, Hulu's lying to you when it says season 9. Kind of thing. Or it's just bad at that point. First time you heard of One Shot. Yoki mentioned it last stream. That was the first time I had heard of it. The last episode was a cliffhanger. It's a good game. Wish more people knew about it. Maybe it being on Switch will help that. Those last scenes of the Scrubs hurt. I mean, like the thing is, like, season 8's not bad. Like, the second to last season was the last season. They ended Scrubs. There's a reason where I was like, why does this, like, why does this feel so much like a finale? There's another season I'm gonna watch. And then it's, like, a completely different show that just hijacked the name Scrubs, which I thought was a really dumb thing, right? So, like, for those who don't know, Scrubs is, like, kind of like sitcoms set in a hospital. That's a very, very large oversimplification of it, but for all intents and purposes, it's a sitcom set in a hospital. Very small, very, like, tight-knit cast of characters that they kind of use, like, every episode. The cast doesn't change throughout the seasons. Season 8 happened, they wrapped it, they kind of, like, they kind of set it up as the end of the show. There's this whole big, like, monologue from the main character kind of talking about, like, memories of the place and stuff like that. Like, it was over. They finished it. It was still so popular, they made a spin-off show, but didn't want to call it a spin-off, so the, like, main characters from the, like, actual show showed up for, like, 1 or 2 episodes, and that was it. Like, it was, like cameos, basically. And aside from that, it was an entirely new cast, and it was in, like, a med school. It was, like, it wasn't a dumb show. I don't think like, season 9 of Scrubs is inherently bad television. It's inherently, it's bad Scrubs. It should be its own show, and it would have been fine. Or it would have failed at the same place still. Just not under the name Scrubs. OG Teen Titans is on HBO Max. Yeah, so Teen Titans is on HBO Max. Shouldn't you start soft resetting at 40? Yes, Steve Phoenix. Or not soft resetting, but re-rolling the radar. The count up there is my total number of BUIZEL seen today, not our chain. Our chain broke in, like, the early 20s before. Our chain's like a 20 chain right now. That's on me. That's something I need to update in my layout to actually, like, show the chain breaking. Because you can see, like, up there, we're on, like, a chain of 22. Yeah, Teen Titans on HBO Max, yeah. Yeah, Teen Titans on DVD, nice. Dude throwing rocks at elderly couples because they shouldn't be happy was so good, though. I mean, Scrubs is so good. Like, I've watched it a couple times. It's fantastic. it was just a letdown the first time I watched through it, not knowing what like season 9 was. There are some other shows like that too. I feel like I'm trying to think, because I know there's some other shows that don't necessarily like there's some shows that don't necessarily like change that dramatically, but at the same time still have like a point where you can tell they kind of stop being themselves. I know The Office gets brought up a lot once Steve Carell left and you no longer have Michael Scott. Obviously that's kind of a bad decision or like bad situation that leads to that like, you know, just doesn't feel, it doesn't fit the show, right? 2, 3, 4. So like you have shows like that, but like there are other shows that I know I've watched through a few times and they just like you can watch through them once or twice and like you can already kind of tell that, you know, it's either overstayed its welcome and has run out of stuff to talk about, or it's just changed over the years and just feels like a different show than that first season. Do people still use DVDs? You might be the only one. Man, I barely have devices that can still read a DVD. Danny Phantom's one of those shows that it just like stopped being like good. Scrubs is your not studying show in college. There you go. It was fine for sure, but it should have been separate or under a different name for something. Just left a bad taste in your mouth. Absolutely. Scrubs, like, give it a subtitle. Scrubs Med School. 100% fine. At that point, you have Scrubs and Scrubs Med School, where it's like, okay, yeah, like, you have a couple characters that came back, and aside from that, it's just a different cast of characters. Cool. It's... The name only gets you through that first episode. You know? Like yeah, the name of a show, like using the name of a show because you know it's familiar with your audience gets you one episode viewing by that person. From there, it's completely on the show to be the show, and at that point, just yeah, Scrubs Med School. You're gonna get people who go, huh, a new Scrubs thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and aren't disappointed when they find out that it's not the same Scrubs thing, you know. Use DVDs because they can't get censored or taken away from you. Also special features. Fair enough. I definitely prefer the idea of like owning copies of content as opposed to like just subscribing and streaming them. I say that as someone who uses streaming services for pretty much everything now, but yeah, for exactly that reason, right? Like I've been in the middle of watching a show when it gets pulled off Netflix or something, or you know, you find out like I think, you know, the few shows that have like various episodes are pulled from shows and stuff for a reason or another. Have you seen any media on Danny Phantom 10 years later? Butch Hartman, the creator, has YouTube videos and comics on it. Check it out. I'll have to look into it. I haven't seen I did see Danny Phantom a little bit like recently. My girlfriend she had like the Danny Phantom DVDs and brought them over, and we hooked up my old Xbox 360 and watched a little bit of it. I admittedly fell asleep because I have a bad habit of being like, no, I'm not tired. We can watch more episodes, and then passing out on the couch while we watch stuff. You do try to watch commentaries? Like Gravity Falls? Ooh. That'd be interesting commentary to listen to. All right, I know Alan was saying 27. I don't know if it's gonna break on 27, so I think we just go to 26. You just go to 26 and start running there. Watch episode 10 of Danny Phantom. I've seen most of the episodes at this point. All right, so do we do this encounter? Or do we just start resetting the radar now? Because I don't know. Alan's in the future, and Alan has said our chain breaks at 27. So I don't know. Do we go in the grass, Alan, or not? I don't know if Alan's still here. Alan hasn't posted in a while. I think we will run around like this for a little bit though. Let me actually check what the radar odds are right here. What are the odds here? What are the odds? A chain of 26 is honestly not that much better than a chain of 17. It's about 25% more likely, so it's not really that great. I think I say we just push through. Risky, yeah. I say we just push through. I said earlier we're gonna go to like whatever I said we were gonna go to 40. Yeah, so we're gonna try to go to 40. What's the stream boss? So the stream boss is just kind of a little like interactive thing with chat where, like, you know, subs or donations or memberships do damage to the stream boss, and once the stream boss has lost all of their HP, whoever dealt the finishing blow becomes the new stream boss. So Cam, you're the stream boss right now because of your donations over the past couple streams. Those have put you up there. I think, like, looking at it now, it's like 700 of 1,000 just because of PD's membership upgrade and that kind of thing. You tried last time to be sensible of the chain, but just watch what you do. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, because we did the 17 and it just we got so unlucky. Alan called it. That was a horrible risk on my part. I don't know how that man called it. He did though. It was a risk. I'm aware it was a risk that we took, but the man called it. You gotta give him that. Also, I think I am gonna go ahead and start. Are we? I'm just gonna go ahead and start resetting my counter. I think that'll make the most. I think that makes the most sense. We're not really keeping track of a lot of that. Dang. Why is your Switch time not showing? It's been 10 days. What do you mean? Why is it not showing? Kind of not surprised, but didn't tell you to try to stop it. To stop at 20. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of going for a 40 chain again at some point, especially with something like BUIZEL, where it's like we need more than one. I don't want to spend 3 hours looking for each of them. Yeah, try restarting console. Yeah, that might be the best thing to do here, Yoki. I'm just impressed that Alan was, like, right about that, you know? There was some meminess to that, you know? Like, there's only so much that you can, like, we can do that. Like, you kind of joke, like, I can see with the future. He called it. It would break on 27. It broke on 27. He was right. He called it at the start of the chain. Yeah, he called it. Yeah, I just need Alan to let me know when the chain's gonna get to 40. There is no season 5. Yeah, I was like, I knew going into that patch of grass it was a risk. Your angelfish laid eggs again. Hopefully this time some survive. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, hopefully. I know the life of a baby fish is a rough one, so. Yeah, fish are vicious. If they don't, they don't. Yeah. I feel like especially in cages, or not cages, in tanks, like a lot of times, like pet fish, you know, they're stuck a little bit closer to the babies, and I feel like fish brains just kind of go tinier fish as food a lot of times. Yo, Phoenix Slythe, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Wish you luck. You're going for Smeargle to chain of 17. Best of luck on Smeargle. Hopefully you don't run into the same issue I ran into with my Smeargle hunt, where I may or may not have run out of repels in the middle of it. Just want to say hi to Nightbot. Hey, there you go. Nightbot showed up. Nightbot let you know about the Discord. Your DVD has 4 and 5 together. Ah. I thought you were doing like one of those like, oh, there's no season 5. It doesn't exist. Nah, not at all. Yoki also becoming Nightbot. We can tell it's Yoki not by the name, but by the spelling of the word Rowlet. Don't watch the last episode of season 5 then. What's so bad about it? I mean, roulette. the official spelling. You got over 300 max repels, you hope not. That's good, that's good. I only had like 50, so that's the difference right there. Yeah, I've stockpiled a lot more this time. Just got food delivered. You ordered Alfredo. You got 2 of them. Didn't pay for 2 though. So hey, lunch tomorrow. There you go. Nice. Hopefully someone out there's not missing theirs. Roulette squad in chat. Yes. All the roulettes in chat. Episode ends on a cliffhanger. Most people don't like that it was canceled. Ah, that always sucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess like, yeah, I ranted earlier about Noragami had that happen. Non-animated show going the completely other direction. My Name is Earl had that happen. Like, that was a rough one because it was a massive cliffhanger. Episode's good, which is a start of a new story. The design of it is just a cliffhanger. Yeah, that's kind of the risk that gets taken, right? When you end a season on a cliffhanger, it's kind of like, you know, high risk, high reward kind of thing, right? Of like, get your audience invested in the next season already, but if you don't get renewed, it's over. So I have to imagine there's at least a little bit of that comes from like show producers and writers being like, I don't want my show to be canceled, so cliffhanger, right? Let's make it where it's the network's fault. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Yoki. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Or never mind, you don't have to go. Movie happens and it's the proper ending. Gotcha. Does it pick up where like that cliffhanger left off, or does it ignore that the cliffhanger happened? Episode before the last episode, technically the final episode that ends the proper ending. Like, it ends the arc and does everything, and then, like, what would have been a season 6 would have just, like, it ends neatly, and then they went, alright, here's, like, kind of a sneak preview of what we're gonna start doing. See, this is why I just never followed shows as a child. As a kid, I always just, like, watched the reruns that were on, that, you know, were always the same, like, 4 episodes of SpongeBob that they'd rotate, like, new episodes into that selection every, like, 3 months or something, and then, like, occasionally I'd catch a different show that was, like, Chalk Zone or something, or, like, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and I'd be like, nice! And just, again, see the same 3 or 4 episodes. It ignores the cliffhanger, dang. And congrats, Yoki, that's awesome. Basically, watch the entire series, skip the last episode, and watch the movie. Gotcha. Alright guys, we got a chain of 1. Let's just go ahead and start resetting the radar. What? No need to reset the radar, guys. Literally a chain of 1. Yo! Hype, hype, hype. No way. Alright, let's do this. No way, guys. Shiny hype. Look at it. Look at it. Yes! Yo, that's awesome. Never go for a chain of 40. Always go for a chain of 1. Let's catch this, guys. Game was blessed by RNGesus. There's a high likelihood. I can't believe that. Like, all that work. Yo, Cam, thank you for the dono hype. Let's go. Yes, let's go. That's insane. You've been going for hours and you're on chain of 17. I did the same, Phoenix. I did the same. We went. We're gonna add this to party, of course. Yeah, I went for like. Yeah, I went for a chain of 17 and. I'm gonna save before anything happens. Yeah, so I went for a chain of 17 on their first BUIZEL stream and spent 2 hours of the stream just resetting at 17. It was rough. It was rough because like, all right, BUIZEL, you gonna walk with me? Yeah, so like I don't know. Radar odds are weird. They're strange. Let's update that. There we go. Let's keep going here. Oh, nature guess. Yes, let's do a nature guess, guys. Nature guess is timid, modest, lax, epic. Epic nature. I like that one. Alright, let's see. Brave nature? Alright, yeah. We'll do that once we, I still just can't go over to them like, yeah, chain of 1, that's good, right? We'll find a shiny with this. What is the luck on this stream? Alan called when our last chain would break. I just jokingly am like, the chain of 1's fine, guys, and called the shiny. Hope adamant nature. Let's see. Chain of 1 confirmed. It's the best chain. Alright, yeah, so let's go into the summary here. Let's check the nature. I thought we saw an I saw BUIZEL and thought I found. Alright, let's also take that item from Pachirisu. Check summary here on BUIZEL, guys. Alright. This guy, 2 chains of 4 full odds shinies and then a chain of 1, right? Hasty nature. It's fitting. It's fitting. It didn't want to wait for a chain, it was hasty. It's somewhat stubborn. Also get that, yeah. But yo, that's awesome. That's hilarious. Yeah. All right, but yeah, so we're gonna keep going. I do want to get another BUIZEL. If we can get to a chain of if we get to a chain of 17, we're gonna run with that chain now because we only need 1. Guys, I just can't believe that. That's wild. Yeah, Corsola was full odds. Starly was full odds. Smeargle wasn't full odds, and it did take a while at a chain of 17, but we managed to do it without repels successfully, so I'll take that as a win. And then, yeah, a chain of 1 on BUIZEL. Am I going to evolve a Hasty? That should be his name. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Even though I don't intend to use them competitively, usually I do evolve the one that has slightly better stats. So we'll see. We'll see what the other BUIZEL is when we get that one. Corsola and Starly are both 4 chains too. Yeah, like I have incredible luck in the low digit chains, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should break my chains intentionally. Got a full on Spinda being your least favorite Pokemon. Hey, that's awesome though that you got it. Oh gosh, I don't think I have a Spinda yet. I kind of forgot about that one. Congrats, thank you, Alan. You missed Alan. You missed Weasel, but more importantly, my chain broke on 27. I didn't believe you. I stopped at 26, sat there and went, do I do another one? Do I just risk it and keep going? And I said, screw it, I'm gonna risk it. Maybe Alan lied to me. You were right. You were right. The chain you called would break on 27 broke on 27, dude, and that was the most impressive thing of the stream, honestly. I think that was like a 1 in 3,400. I have that pulled up. 1 in 3,855 chance of that happening. So honestly, a decent increase. So funny. I mean, you are in the future, man. So like, I guess it makes sense though. You would know this stuff. You've already watched the VOD. Did manage to get 3 Nidoran male, which you were hunting for? Hey, congrats. Any suggestions for Dexnav hunts in Oras? I'm always a fan of Ralts. The one thing with Ralts is if you do Dexnav for Ralts, you can get a Ralts that knows Teleport. It is possible. But that's the one Dexnav hunt I've done successfully. It was a fun one. I like Ralts. Your chain broke on 27. Rip. Got the first at a chain of 17 and then continued the chain to 40 and got 2 more. Nice! That's awesome. Gosh, I'm blown away by this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, man, my odds just feel very backwards from the traditional odds. You're wrong about shiny odds. Shed single tear. I mean, remembering every single one of those numbers would be kind of crazy. Have you ever played Bowser's Inside Story? If so, should you get it? I haven't. I think there's some people in chat. I'm pretty sure Vanillix has played it. If Vanillix is here, he could probably give you a recommendation. I think the recommendation would be yes. Ah, dang. The chain broke, guys. I guess we gotta go for another chain of 1. I'm laughing at that. That's hilarious. It's so fantastic. I'm happy. So yeah, like today we'll finish off this stream going for BUIZEL for the next hour and a half or so. Just because I do want to get Floatzel. But going forward, we'll probably do a different POKERADAR hunt. And maybe come back to BUIZEL at some point. Excuse me. Or do BUIZEL on Twitch if I have like a random like late night stream or something. Think you might get it? If you do, let me know how you like it. Can't wait for you to get a full odds BUIZEL trying to start the chain. I'd be down for that. I'd be 100% down for that. Where do you get the radar in BDSP? So to get the radar in BDSP, you have to see every Pokemon in the regional Sinnoh decks. That, you know, is just seeing them. You can do that in a single playthrough. The biggest hindrance in that is potentially Drifloon. If you didn't see it in Valley Windworks, you know, and like it's a Saturday and you gotta wait around to another Friday. But once you've seen everything in the Sinnoh regional decks, go and talk to Rowan. You'll unlock the national decks as well as gaining access to the POKERADAR. Saw 2 hidden ability patches at the same time. Nice, that's kind of cool. But yeah, so you'll unlock the POKERADAR then. After that, in order to get the POKERADAR Pokechap, go talk to like people in Jubilife, I believe. They give that to you. Because I know for me, like the Pokechap was something it took me a while to find the Pokechap despite having the POKERADAR. How do you go to those channels? Usually, yeah, you can just like search for the channel name. So jealous, but also kind of more motivated now to get your Floatzel. Best of luck with it, Cinder. I hope you do get it soon. Yeah, thanks. No problem. No problem, Cam. No problem. That's why I have to see your reaction. It was so funny. I mean, the reaction to that, the reaction to the chain breaking, like, I mean, like, I was just joking. I was like, yeah, so we're good stopping the chain here, right, guys? And then it immediately just shines. Like, I guess we are good stopping the chain here. Alright, so this is a risky patch to be in. Do you plan on doing Grand Underground shiny hunting? It'd be interesting to try. I'm not sure how well it would go, to be honest, just because, like, I don't know. I don't know, because, like, the odds are just so bad down there. I do want to do some kind of Grand Underground stream, though. That was something I was thinking back when the games first came out and just never got around to doing it. And then, like, holidays happened and stuff, and I just didn't do it. But yeah, it'd be interesting to try. Probably going to head out soon and get to bed for work in the morning. Hey, that's all good, Kim. That's all good. Glad to have you here, man, and thank you for the donations. Also, I need to update this. I did not update the thing. There we go. There we go. 10% of the way to the new capture card, so I can get rid of I can stop using the one that flakes out for our secondary captures. Why must one bully the orange weasel? Because it's not yellow. But yeah, this is a... This is the problem child right here. For some reason, like, its USB-C port just kind of dies, or just stops connecting every once in a while. And just decides to be super flaky. So yeah. Basically getting this installed in the computer with a new one is what the goal is with the donation goal. So, like, the dual capture streams are a little bit less of a headache. Can't believe yourself, you said 27 and ended on 27, right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit memey, obviously, just to, like, call out a number. But then, like, when it happens, right? Like, if you call, like, the encounter a shini's gonna be on, obviously there's insane hype around it because it's a shiny, you know, like, woohoo, we found the shiny, all this kind of stuff. Like, there's some extra stuff to that. And it kind of makes the fact that someone guessed it secondary. But a chain breaking on 27's nothing special. But you called it. Speaking of YouTube channels, I need to go back to YouTube, get back on YouTube on your other account. Yeah, I'm gonna start posting more stuff over there, Juan. More art stuff. Heard somewhere that BDSP and Pokemon Home compatibility will happen a week after Legends release, so first week of February. That's pretty soon. I mean, yeah, it should be coming soon. Usually, they just usually get through the holidays and, like, give people enough time to beat the games who got it, like, right around or right after, like, Christmas or something. Like, they kind of try to give that just enough time for people to play through the game without trading stuff over before they give access, usually. Hey, there he is. Also, guys, we're almost at 15 likes. Let's see if we can get to 20. That was the goal Cam set for us today. So if you haven't left a like on the stream, I'd really appreciate it. If you did so, help us get to 20 likes tonight. Once that happens, you're trading in your shiny Larvitar from your SOS Hunt and Ultra Sun. Nice. I didn't mean to add to party. No. Hey, you're able to find it. Nice. Use some your favorite games for fun competitive frenzies. Yeah, I mean, Usum's a solid set of games. Like, we talked about this, I think, last stream, where it's like, despite, like, Sun being my personal favorite, from the Alola games, like, Usum is just objectively a better set of games than Sun and Moon. Just because it's all of Sun and Moon plus some, right? Like, there's not really a lot extra going on. SOS hunting and Usum's been fun. SOS hunting is my favorite form of shiny hunting. I kind of don't want them to bring it back in another game just because I feel like it's very special to Sun and Moon, but it's by far my favorite form of shiny hunting. You know, the fact I can go back to it is what's nice, but so maybe if I couldn't go back to it and I couldn't stream it, I'd probably want it on something new, but yeah, as far as shiny hunting goes, SOS is my favorite form. Super epic Eterna Forest gamer moment. If home compatibility comes out soon, then you get to do an Eterna Forest hunt earlier than planned. Nice. You wish Usum would get Switch ports the same with XY. Porting, like, yeah, a DS game or a 3DS game is pretty difficult. I would say realistically, though, that, like, Sun and Moon would be easier to port, or, like, Usum might be easier to port to the Switch. Not port, because you have to remake it, right? Like, it doesn't quite, it's weird, because yeah, it's hard to just port it. I think some of the 3DS games would almost be easier to port than the DS was, just because the DS actually has the Poketch, which is a useful version of the bottom screen. I think ORAS having like Dex Nav in general is like the most useful thing the bottom screen brought to the game. So I don't know. As we can see with BDSP, it's not impossible. It's not impossible, yeah, but you got to rework some stuff. Like, it's inevitable. You're losing a screen, and you're losing the guarantee of having a touch screen. Also, I think my luck is expended for BUIZEL. Also, guys, look at BUIZEL run. Look at BUIZEL go. Ah, that's awesome. Like how BDSP worked the Poketch in, it feels natural. It works really well. It works well because you can leave it up if you really want it there. You can get rid of it to have the full screen, and like, fortunately the way that the Poketch worked, it didn't really have a whole heck of a lot of functionality. To be completely honest, as much as I love the Poketch, like, it is a very basic use of the bottom screen in a way that never feels like it needs to be real time. Like there's no need for it to be real time or anything. You can pause it, being able to, you know, tuck it away. Like they did it well. They did it well, you know. Like it's a watch, like, right? You can look at your watch if you want to, and like you don't have to always look at it. Technically the Switch is a touchscreen. Yeah, the Switch is a touchscreen, but like this, and the Switch in the dock removes the touchscreen, so you can't rely on it for a game. For a game like Pokemon, you can't rely on it. Glad shinies appear in the overworld for following in BDSP. Me too. I'm glad it works that way. I am also kind of glad that the overworld Pokemon in the underground don't show as shiny. I actually wasn't a very. It worked for Let's Go. But I was happy that I was actually kind of happy that, like in Sword and Shield, the overworld Pokemon weren't shiny. The pixel art Poketch app was really fun to draw things if your friend left their game unattended. This is gonna mess with them a little bit. A VR Pokemon game? That'd be interesting. Wonder how that would work. You know, if they did it right now, it'd be Nintendo Labo, which would be an interesting concept. Also, it occurs to you that full odds radar hunting would probably be really fast, because you can just pick the closest shaking grass patch, and it takes away a lot of the variety and encounter time. Correct me if you're wrong. So, yeah, you can do that. The biggest thing then, Cinder, is just there is a high chance that your chain breaks because you're going to that closest patch. I would still say going to the furthest patch is probably best. You got a wild shiny Charizard, and let's go. Nice! Now, finding those like random wild shinies, like the random super rare shinies like that, that's always good. I had a Dragonite and a Charizard both pop out of the sky like randomly for me, shiny. We'll have to do a Let's Go hunt again at some point. Again, kind of once we get through the BDSP stuff, through Legends, and at some point we'll work like a Let's Go hunt back in or something. Even if it's like even if it's summer and we do like the lunchtime Let's Go hunts again, those could be kind of fun to do. Even going to the furthest patch is still a lot faster than wandering around until you find an encounter, because you know what your next one will be. Yeah, for sure. Furthest patch or a fourth patch away for chaining radar. I generally consider them the same thing. I think of it in terms of like 4 away is always like the furthest. I just think of it in terms of rings. In terms of the rings. Your friend has got a shiny Machop on a 9 chain. Nice! That's awesome. Be right back, see you in a bit, Yoki. I'm trying to think what my last Let's Go shiny was. I know I got Krabby. I know I got the Dragonite. Oh, we were going for Dratini. We got Dratini, right? We did get the Dratini, if I'm not mistaken. Or did we not? I forget. Juan switching in and out of the skies. Excuse me. Also, yeah, guys, thank you for the likes on the stream. We're at 15 likes now, which is awesome. Hope Let's Go Johto happens. I hope so too. I really do. I am very much a fan of the Let's Go games. I am more a fan of them now than I was back when they originally came out. As far as shiny hunting goes, as far as the game goes, I enjoyed the game from day one. So yeah, if we got another Let's Go game that has the same mechanics and it's just in Johto with Johto Pokemon, I'd be happy. What do you mean disguise? I don't know, man. Who's to say? Maybe I'm just crazy talking. Like goal? Yeah, we got a like goal of 20. Depending on Legends RCs, you'd rather have a Legends game in the Johto region? That's also fair. I don't see why we couldn't have both. I think it'd be cool to get like a Let's Go game and a Legends game in the same year. If we did. I don't know. I'm not gonna get too greedy. I'm very much in the camp of slow and steady. Slow and steady, give constantly good games, you know? Light goal 30. We still haven't hit light goal 20. We can't be changing the light goal before we hit it. We gotta have like a goal to hit. But yeah, no, I mean, I think Johto would be a good candidate for both, right? Like, I think it'd be nice to kind of just march back through the regions with Let's Go games, as well as like Legends games, kind of focusing in on like regions and stuff, like regions that tend to have a bit more lore to them. Yo, Super Swaggin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Mindful Energy, my man. Your sister is pregnant. You're gonna be a dead. That's not a check it out. Like goal 21. Just keep moving it. Every like we move the light goal forward one. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on, I gotta get Empoleon back. Look at how many like Weasel there are in my PC now, guys. You get Let's Go Johto so fast. For the memes, you would hunt a Lugia in that game and get in like -3 encounters. Don't ask how that worked. They would give you one. Let's Go Johto, Legend Johto, Legends Unova, Let's Go Unova. Your predictions, not in that order though. And there's a Let's Go Ho-Oh, you're broke. I saw like I was talking with someone the other day just about Pokemon games, and I guess they had seen some rumors for Let's Go games, and yeah, obviously there's kind of like fake rumors and kind of stuff, but like the idea, the names that they gave the games are actually interesting, because like, we've always kind of tried to figure out what the names would be, but the names that they had seen in like this like, you know, like fake leak were like Let's Go Pichu and Let's Go Togepi, and I think those would be like solid names. I think that would be a solid set of names for the games. Should edit settings to get wild Pokemon straight to the box. I usually just mash B and they go there. I just didn't that time. Let's go Unova, Lillipup, and Purloin, because Dog and Cat, doubt they choose those two, but you'd be happy. I guess you never know once we got to Unova. I say let's go Box Art Legendaries. Nah. That's generic. That's super generic. I think they should do like what they did with Kanto, where it's, you know, it's some iconic Pokemon from that region. I think that's the way to go about it. Seen a bunch of rumors of Let's Go Pichu and Marill. That's also a good one. Pachirisu got a revive for us. Noise. Let's go Lurvesta and Hydreigon. Alright, let's get this off of Pachirisu. Marill would work as Peekaboo. Fair. Like Marill instead of Togepi. That's fair. Yeah, no, I would love to see some Let's Go Johto games. Again, like, more variety. Let's keep stuff going, right? Like, if Legends is successful, keep Legends going. If, you know, Let's Go seems to have been successful, keep Let's Go going. You know, main games are still successful main games. Keep main games going. And splitting that up, giving that maybe to other devs and stuff. Jeez, this chain really doesn't want to stick. Would Let's Go Unova be Dino and Runiculus? Maybe. So guys, I think we'll do this chain here and kind of I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say we're gonna do this chain and wrap up, but this chain could be like 7 long again and just fail. You're a shiny Smeargle, yo! Congrats, Phoenix! Congrats! The joke is Larvesta and Dino take forever to get their final evolution. Still evolving your starter at the Elite Four. It would be interesting to see what they did. If they did do Let's Go again, because like, obviously Pikachu Eevee just comes from the starters in yellow, right? Like, that's where that comes from. So it's a little bit different from like the standard. We'll see. We'll see. Nope. Legends Unova would most likely be Legends Kyurem. Oh yeah, probably. Like the idea of how Call of Duty does it, having 3 devs that make games that feel like their own, like Treyarch games don't feel like Infinity Ward, let Ilka go, Game Freak do main series. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the kind of thing I would like to see. And I mean, Game Freak somewhat internally had been doing that. They have an A team and a B team that are focused on 2 separate games at any given point, you know? So the games get like 2 to 3 years of development time depending, but yeah, spin off the people who made Let's Go into their own completely solid, they're the only, like, that's the only thing they do is Let's Go games. Give them like 3 or 4 years per game. They'd be phenomenal. Main series gets like a main series team. As long as like and if people want to like work on other stuff, if people want to work on other stuff, you know, that's all good, right? Like, yeah, let people work on other stuff, let them rotate between teams, as long as the resource pool stays the same. Let's Go Yusum would be Let's Go Cosmog and Let's Go Nebby. Legends Keldeo. Could a new Pokemon come out every year, main Legends and Go, alternating the game for a dev cycle? Absolutely, yeah. And even then, like, if you didn't get like a Let's Go game every generation, or you didn't get a Legends game every generation, throw a game like Snap in there. Throw a new Ranger. Throw a new Coliseum. Like, make other games. I know they've kind of said that like a lot of the a lot of the games, like I think Stadium, they're like, yeah, we would never make that again because now that the Switch is where Pokemon goes, what would the benefit be of making a pure battle game? So I don't think we'd see a Stadium type game, but hopefully we could see a Coliseum type game still. What ball should you use for the Shiniest Miracle, Pokeball or Repeat Ball? I am partial to the Pokeball because that's what I catch everything in. There are 2 teams within Game Freak. Team 1 for the main series along with Legends. Team 2 for Let's Go games or side games. You need a game on Switch. Yeah, and I mean, stuff like Ranger or Mystery Dungeon or anything else doesn't need to be made by Game Freak. They weren't made by Game Freak in the past. So there's no reason to put that on their plate. Let someone else make those games. I just think it needs to be... There needs to be more to the franchise than just main series games, right? Like, there needs to be a little bit more to the franchise than, like, main series games and, like, even, like, main series and Legends and Go, I feel like isn't, like, enough, right? Like, not to be like, give me more, give me more, give me more, but, like, I think one of the golden eras of Pokemon was the late Game Boy and then DS eras. Like, late Gen 3 through Gen 4 were such just like peak Pokemon because you had the main games, you had Coliseum, you had, you know, XD, you had Ranger, you had Mystery Dungeon, like you had all of this stuff and there were so many layers to it. It all added to like the canon of Pokemon and some of the lore, but provided like a different game type, you know, every time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I think Pokemon should be trying to do. I think effectively, like, a perfect example right now, Star Wars, right? Like, Star Wars as a media franchise is doing, I feel like, so much better now that they are doing stuff like they have the movies, which the movies on their own flopped pretty hard in terms of fan response, but, like, now you're seeing Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, I forget their name, but like the other like squad thing, like Bad Batch, Visions. Like they do all this different stuff. They don't do it all in house, or if they do it in house, they have different teams, and it's like you get these different layers of lore and canon, and just different like styles of show, and it's so good. Do the same thing with Pokemon, right? Like make the mix it up, do some different stuff. That's why I bought Snap and I have never played Snap, because I felt like my money going towards buying that game and financially supporting the decision to outsource a spin-off-esque game to another company was a fantastic step in the right direction for Pokemon. Leap year, you get a one-off game like Snap or Ranger. The extra day of the year is for making another game. Poketip said he would upload more. Now it's been 1 month. That happens. I know that feeling as a creator. Like, you genuinely want to upload more, but then, like, right as you gain the motivation to do it, life hits you with something. Would love a new Pokemon pinball. I would love a Pokemon pinball game. 100% down for that. Wanted a Pokemon Ranch 2 and it never came in a direct. Rip. You'd love a new Pokemon pinball. Yeah. Play the crap out of the Sapphire and Ruby Pokemon pinball. I could have sworn I owned that game, but I must have rented it from a Blockbuster at some point. Because I have very, very distinct memories of that game and just cannot find it. So either I somehow completely lost it or I rented that game. But I loved Pokemon Pinball. Can we get a new Hey You Pikachu remastered? Yeah, Rebels. Like that's the thing, right? Like I think Star Wars is such a good example of how a massive franchise like this can work. The stories don't need to be directly connected. They're in the same universe. They share, the core parts of things, but they don't directly interact all the time. They don't need to. Yeah, there's a lot. And yeah, Rebels, I think Star Wars is such a good example of showing how to and how not to do it, and I think it shows why it could work for Pokemon, right? It gives the example of just it has the example of, hey, we made a bunch of movies. We made a bunch of movies that were all really big, right? They made Episode 7, 8, 9, they made Rogue One, and they made Solo. Rogue One, phenomenal. Solo, I haven't seen and don't intend to see because everyone I know who liked Star Wars hated that movie, and I was like, all right, I don't ever think I'll watch that. And then Episode 7, everyone was just excited for Star Wars to be back. Episode 8, disappointed in Episode 9. I feel disappointed more. It just never did anything to make me feel invested in the movie, kind of thing. Yeah, so to me, what am I trying to say? Bleh. But yeah, when those came out, there were some decent ones, but generally the reception was bad and it felt hollow. And I feel like it's the same kind of feel that people have with Gen 8 Pokemon, right? So it's as soon as they made some more spin-off-y type things to just dive into a random part of the lore more, people loved it. Do that with Pokemon. People are invested in the universe as much as they're invested in the games. As long as they get good Pokemon stuff, I think they're fine with experimental stuff being not quite the same. Can never finish Rogue One. Even every try, you only make it halfway. You just don't like it, Cam, or is there's just something always gets in the way and you can't finish it. I liked Episode 7 a lot. I watched Episode 7 2 or 3 times in the theater. Every time someone was do you want to go see it? I was like, sure. I loved it because it set itself up. Episode 7, I think one of the biggest complaints was that it was basically a repeat. It was a repeat of one of the older movies, right? It basically copied story beats and stuff, and that's a fair argument in certain ways. So I don't think that's an invalid complaint, but I think at the same time it's a complaint that didn't affect me, so I didn't care. When that movie first came out, it was okay, yeah, that's fine, that's whatever, right? It's new Star Wars. It's the first. It's the second Star Wars movie I'd ever seen in a theater. So, I didn't care. It was Star Wars. And it had a lot of mystery to it, and it set everything up, and there was a lot of intrigue as far as, ooh, what's this gonna be? Oh, this could be great. They're setting all this up. They're setting up Snoke. They're setting up, First Order, doing all this stuff. And then they did nothing with it. Episode 8... felt like a letdown, and then Episode 9 didn't recover, right? It just fumbled harder. And those two made episode 7 in retrospect not as good. When it first came out, I loved it. I agree, I loved it. Something would get in the way, I'd fall asleep during it. Fair enough. I would say K2SO is my favorite part of that whole movie. I don't know, that was like one of my favorite droid personalities. I'm gonna play Bowser's Fury. Have fun, Yoki. So we just need a chain of 17 for BUIZEL now. Now a chain of 17 makes sense because we are just going for a singular BUIZEL now. That one patch of grass right there being sneaky. Heading out. Alright, see you later, Cam. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. See you tomorrow for Driftloon after work. Alright, yeah, see you then, man. Hope work goes well for you tomorrow, and happy Friday. Out of all of your songs in your playlist, how many can you sing from memory? None of them, because I can't sing. I can sing the ones with no lyrics if you don't ask me to make the other instrumental sounds. Got False Swipe. What other moves do you have on your Smeargle? False Swipe's good. I am usually a fan of having here's the problem. Most of my Smeargle tips are for SOS. And in SOS, I would say usually I have False Swipe, Aerial Ace, and 2 other moves. I don't know. False Swipe's good. Something to kind of stall keeping yourself alive is good too. Alright guys, we've made it to the 2-hour mark on stream. I am kind of feeling like we're going to do one more attempt at a chain here, and however long it goes is how long it goes. Never got into SOS hunting. SOS hunting. That's fair. I loved SOS hunting. Recover and Bullet Punch are perfect on Smeargle. There you go. Yeah, SOS hunting was my jam in Pokemon Sun. I have like 2,000 hours of just doing that. USOS the shiny Bagon? Nice. I never did a Bagon hunt. I just never got around. Or did I do Bagon? I think I might have done Bagon. I don't know. It's been so long. I did so many. I have I have over half of the Pokemon from Sun's Pokedex. At some point I'll finish that. SO has a shiny Salamence. Yeah, you gotta go for a Route 1 Salamence. That's like the true hunt. Bidoof, the star of the latest Pokemon animation. You guys have seen the, I think Juan, I think you're the one who posted the Bidoof's Day Off thing, or Bidoof's Big Break, or Big Stand, whatever it was, the Bidoof short from Pokemon. I think you're the one who posted it on Discord. Have you guys seen that? Have all you guys seen that? It was fantastic. You did, yeah. That was so good. I love that. Wanted Salamence for that level 9 trainer card entry, but he gave up after the first shiny. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's so good. Bidoof's in your top favorite Pokemon list. It was just such a cute little video. I loved it. I love like how they just kind of acknowledged that like Bidoof's an HM Pokemon. That's all it was used for, right? Like for the entire thing, basically. And the little sneeze. So adorable. So cute. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 animation. Like how Pokemon Company just went with me. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, right? Just embrace the memes. The community has created so much, like, relevant material to work with in terms of, like, connecting with, like, the audience, right? Like, just use it. Use it. They showed perfectly how to use it with that animation. Right? Bidoof is a beloved Pokemon because of how objectively not good it is. It's memed to heck as like the best. You know, Pokemon Company acknowledged that like teams, especially back in original Sinnoh, like back when HMs were required to get everywhere, like you were gonna have a battle where like you just get to the point where you're getting wrecked and you just have to throw out your poor little, you know, 10 levels lower HM Pokemon that, like, should be evolved at this point, but isn't because you only use it for Rock Smash kind of thing. Like, they acknowledged that fully, and it was great. It was great. You have a 6 IV Bidoof named Doofenshmirtz. I love it. Yeah, like, they went with the meme. They understood the community's, like, somewhat ironic love of this Pokemon. Like they just went with it, and they put effort into that animation. Like, they gave, like, the animation studio for that, like, actual budget to do stuff, and, like, it works so well. It makes so much sense. It was good. It was a very good. Wow. Well, that was a very lackluster chain, but it took forever to start that. So let's see. Is anyone live? Is today like a day off? Wow. Alright, guys. So that's going to be where we end up. It just took Pokemon 12 years to acknowledge the meme. Yeah. But alright, guys. Today was a successful stream. We will be wrapping up here. Just because I'm going to use this as a little bit of time to get a few more things ironed out as far as stream layouts. Get put together, you know, the reaction for BUIZEL and everything. We'll be back for Drifloon tomorrow. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna do a raid, #mindlessraid. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to Cam for the super chats. Thank you to King Boo PD for the membership upgrade. I really appreciate it. And just thank you to everyone for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope to see you guys in this raid just now, like right now. And until next time, take care.